Krata ande baye ne eji ehimpa no na yedi ho enkomo bi nti na hia weekend na rehu sem esiye ewo abisim ne no hwe daily guide front page abisim carnival lured victims cooked for them onu aduane nyina ma omudi wayi wadwen fi so why relaxed na fi wodi uboni aduane no kra se ebeye ebetwe ho ansa na wakun no nti security issue yebedi ho nkomo ne anamo police etu afa ho ene wo hwe ya adwa emma krata ne so sinsu pa na ni ahunu sei daily graphic truth accuracy every day e di aba front page wo no mo masoja ewo nsuo ya pampem gold nkwan ne timi magya dare wo nsuo mu sa masoja na nsuo na hunu sei pika fighting galamsey menace lands ministry wants foreigners na foreigners no mo nkwan no mo ya na se yesi obi benya wa na efifie omunya echigina efirefie fo no ti ye won foreigners na efifie no nso ye wonum eden ansa na Ghanaian Times $5 million bribery allegations. President Tulsa CJ's removal petition says allegation raises no case for impeachment. And now fan krata no na mupa na mene ura Mensa Thompson ya o executive director Emma Sepa yidi eho enkomo no nti ene abedwafo abei yebiti abedwafo nso adwenche ewo sa asem yi eho ma memma abedwafo akwaba na ebrenu mpoko nyenya kwan ni nkomo. Honorable Daniel ni kwate Titus Glover, a former MP Tema East and also a former Deputy Minister of Transport. Watana say yenu abema yaw asanitano national organizer LPG and Asante Bruni Joseph Yami okwa no aba osi ono she Tuesday na se ti okoya wasiaba na msi wa be say Tuesday squad Tuesday oh but pa no ye wa bronsan ni so ba ha no really Tuesday, yes e was sure ho no but chire hu so ti die o de no fa o case ma ukodi MP na ukodi minister fe ni ehu ni ente wonka enti ukoye ma chire wo fa se John ene chemanade ene beto aso enti se chemanade ma na eja Asante Broni abasa ena eja yede ye no nkakra ena na nsan chief by nsan sisi ano onu ana aba abehye ho organize chief sisi isa awasema na enyo brother wore share Tuesday na ehu about this week and e aba next week. Good morning to you, Chief Binding enti owura Joseph Yami dada ne o sisi o se ya amabase na mti okoba bia mu a Obetimika. Or your former Ashanti Regional Secretary NDC, former Ashanti Regional Deputy Minister, former Deputy Minister Youth and Sports, Nina me sure says omu bia sisi ano bekwa ko people su kakra. Na former no ya kan che ye pese esesano. Asante Broni akwaba.
Yeah.
Sisi a Broni na papa utimi nyina ya jellicers.
Sa na na tie da.
But first na o mani mfunti na mi hu. Ese dia wa ye Broni kasa.
Okay.
Na former ni ebe ye free ho ana.
Na me ya aduma ebe ye free.
Great. Nti ye nhwe kwan ho. Ye be ko hin secretary back ana ye be ko.
Me ko national organizer.
Hey, serious one.
Ye baba tena akonya no so a o introduce national organizer for
LPG. Now we introduce national organizer for NDC. Great, and all the best.
Thank you.
Ayi for Abelempe Chiagbesi na kasa shikasa na ansana mako.
Mechia Agbesi Sagbefia.
Okay.
Abelempe na mashia so from creating titu omahene katechi bumangama na mashia mama me ande my mbo se hwekogina asan so kogina mechia sekro from creating ne se ne biala boye wotie honorable mechia
mani okay Sunday no swai monje adwa ye boeje
no share heritage Ghana
mo festival be lo oti papa
then I need to
na come on but last week wa ma school last week wa ma school
be permission emergency be and that was juada no awia
okay set is going to me ma
yeah substitute man but Temafo chiamo.
Ye chi omo so dodo.
Adekye Nsroma ye hwepa, ye hwepa.
Oh, temafo ye ni omo a.
Ye hwepa.
Yes,
ye damasi.
Ye da se se anopa mu nyina mo de mo adaje na fam ye. Anopa sorry ye easy to beat traffic and get here. Ye da mo se papa pa. Mo me kan bisi masem ye nra ye kan ye na so ye ntimi kan wi da. Ebi se eja ya ho dwiri. Ye kum nipa mma. Ahihye fridge mu sa. It's quite something.
Yo, Maya.
Eja.
Mesa echi ahwefo nyina bio. Na yanka se de e ba ofidi so a eno ane se na se akase pa na ye de bema odwumafo enkankan kofare baye.
Yeah.
Miura ose kwame despite any seniorness. Ene adwumafo nyina momma adwuma yi agina ne naso a Ghana fo nyina anopa bia epese ye hweyin. Ene wo asoso wabe ya chame a wotina dwom a wo bua yen sabi enye ya ho fe enye se enimsi wonye mo abonti na mo hwa ye no ba no ane se Ghana kanko Ghana kroye se kwan yen so ye be kire ya dwen kakra na edi oman no apagya akosu bebia abetu nti ma me fa konya we na memma Emmanuel ni kwatelai Titus Glover birthday.
Happy birthday.
Me wono wo Wasgrave Hospital e wo Coventry just after my postgraduate studies.
Coventry was in London.
UK in the Midlands Wasgrave Hospital.
My idea.
And
So a London boy.
London born. London born. Then when you're 15, or map school GHS 3, and me born pa say nyame emma no kwatintin. Omana nyansa ni adwen ene hobrase na odo ewo mi as a father and a parent no yenso yebe boa ma bibia pempense bi opese odu no na nyame aboa no mane koduo yo ya se waka abesim in fact enu na pa ni yeti insembwe no ensisi so because no rightful human being original na naso a say obetumi adada nkwala and the guy was so sure to say wan kire bibi e kire say obetumi bibi bonisa amabako kra mama and trusted the relationship oni ne ba no wo no otumi kɔ no ho otumi be gya no e wo na wofo ho and the chese won say o sheda e planning on slot no say na obesi di na dwuma no e di ekum the victims na ade the yemi one kra no say ebra na wokum kola na mo hye dem word kra no a wofo no bi eba bi se gwa na say so no wagya om kwanda dada na mo kɔ na so na da be na wo so magya om dada na mo nkɔhwɛ ne na wofo na om wo ho no ebien susu kra no o kan awofo no ma ye kɔ police station obaya eko boa ma ye lodge complaint meanwhile wokum kola no se wo dem
enya awofo keke ne maame
ni maame
yes nti sa
biological mother ni nua kuma
yes
thank you for the correction owie yesusu no o fridge e wo ni dem and what you and it is difficult to talk about this matter but edika say what you try na me sabe ti say nintwinam a woda hye fridge mu a wonsuo ene woduane a wodi nyina ehyem ya me hu say abrante no na nadwe me nka no that is the way I say it because
abitim hini de sansusuye na ba say wada ne ye bi adi ne otwense kan woni papa so ne ade nti na dwen mu ka no nti omo nhwe ho ne yesi omo ntwan ansa
na adi wenhwehwe mu na e wo se bo IGP abaso se ohun se we no asem we no akoye asem a edaga na fo nyina akoma so therefore e wo se onu ankasa oto anamon with the homicide squad no more no to reassure the family of these victims including abesim any sunaiman nyina say the abano Ghana mine any police say na matumi nan any mpanyifo nyina abehu mamo hu sa asem abayi enye mu nkwa masemo and they was here show ye domu siko yi papa they was here say one the witch who are behind this gentleman Is it a kind of business that all year now said yeah?
Okay.
And we see a show. Na yen hwe na dwenu mu so biom. Na yen hwe say aso ampa. The oye ne nda ho ana say na dwemu ka no. Because mama, and so no rightful person in his mind. So but trust. So we kunipa for days and share with them. And wakudo pa. And grandfather say achiwa. Or wakudo pa is very brave. So we kunipa e dia share them. Aye bisa so o twatro say wodi mo hwe. Wodi o mo police station. Wodi mo ko borno so e hwe wo so mo yi. Sincerely, I am very sad and condolences to the bereaved families because yes, dear, yenya wo say kan e won so e so hwe say anamfofo ayenkwala no ye no say wo say hwe oyi pa. Yeah. Say be won ni petrim yesu. Enti awofo na mo ni mumma e di mankrofo na ade no ye hwe di ye. Because enye sad ya be it can happen to anybody.
No de no ami bisa abedwafo ne ba ko me se a na de ni nua nti kwata brother peniaba ana kwatela de odi ne birthday ni brother peniaba Jack yenko jam wo ha ne ma me be den be dwen se ogodi ne o.
That will be very difficult to determine. Very difficult to determine. What about the other boy? Ne wo kunu no.
Onu nso ne papa mom na ye na damfo.
Ni papa na ye na damfo.
Yes. Inti omo ne te fine okofie hon kwala ni nim no.
Inu shishi.
Onti ase.
It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
Ajata no.
Man, what do I say? I come in kwanka asem wenya ade a ye betra kasa fidie so proponi ya discuss. Na mefa kwenye so na match ya Ghana fo nyina me gina yewura Kofia Palu. Ne nem ene LPG nem ene Ghana fo nyina nem emma abusuafo ya akokese papa. Say best na watwe be best busumi miani. Na me can be beat to say Ghana ye kitwa yi. So pese anase ebia wo be trans na why research yi pa. I share metumi aka say awudie say medan kasa spousal abuse ne killing them ne sa no man mo yedi duabo bia kon achi ekono as a result of say bia omoped so mo giskadro ene say bia obiri afom no ne no mano Ghana ha em say ebe wosro pa say ye researcher Nigeria sunche one state cracha in Ghana but the worship the rate at which Ghana within a week recordings regarding just murder as a film to the extent say you do baby a enkola nkiti 15 years 16 utumi didua bo nenua na okono just because of pay sikadru. And this is the point I want to ask, say, with immediate effect, sir, radio and television stations, sir, omo advertises, sir, malam nenkofua, omo eyesikadru, omo claim say omo yesikadru. Yam banning na. They have closed down legitimate, media platforms. Yet, sir, other platforms have been allowed to operate to the detriment of Yankasa yet Timemphone. Oima, may I some way, ebia to maybe be a me Eda or Western no. Na Samoba Kaya in the late 1980s. Opini be ana oyo hene. Ana oye se be kwa hene.
Yeah.
A commission emranti ye bi se o pe sabi moja. So the year so the guna konya ho said den. Emma question na honorable bisa ya wo answer ni say yen hwe na fufu mo ye no no. Ni ofa we ni obi a onim no. Ono nkasa kwa
ena ye twento de no.
Me ba ho. Ono nkasa ni ni o ena wakuni. Ena na danfo nso ba ena wakuni. But say we be kwa idea be kwa idea. Nkofo ya commission mo. Ba konkofo no nkasa ni wo fase.
Yeah.
It was the first time, of course, now murder happens, say you couldn't pay Ghana, but it was one of the most heinous crimes reported in Ghana. And I remember very well at the time, nothing na colored paper, more a printout, more air.
Yeah, the colored standard.
Yes. Yeah. So when we saw it glaring say you try ni party
kitty
na ya show you bia wanwa hwete Ghana nyina ne amanone na ekoba na se ko fitin to no ne wofa na elio no nti se nipa oben papa no you will never suspect so be usade no omo ne mom na ombedi usa ebone no Emma me fee se hwi me ba enkran somewhere around 1989 na me call Joel JSS me kai pass a librarian I'm say no sign at the same time a beza so your friend Sadek em so tiala ju ha important baby Sadek so ha me chia what say me yes hwi no o say hey mo na mututu spare parts no nti sa edin ni beto me so wo Joel JSS e be ye me din ko fee say me fee ho spare parts you understand nti diabe eyade be di abesimfo nya for a very long time
and they've had a similar incident.
Yes, for a very long time a bit nipa be na dem kum wonkran ha and so because Nkran has become more or less a cosmopolitan and Nkrofo mo kukum no sometimes at the end of the day you will not even find them and now be hu wo mkropa typically omo nye Nkranfo nti ema ye hu no trarasa but the ACC will me be to me see as we speak. So we post to be a service, national service was that particular incident way back in the 80s is still a canker on the Sefi people. Now the SC a beman for development a best store because who post to be a so uncle Sunya national service uncle teach you because the incidents at AC were way near the first time.
And yeah, back region in
exactly. Ebeka Ghana so because we amanoni nyina nti obi baha or you careful not many NGO be na yadwuma na because of kunkum ne Nkrofo ya robo omo na 2070 na Italian NGO na me yomo accounts officer plus logistics and personnel officer na said na ko man ko na gu adwuma mo me na nko na me be ma na office wo laboni nti sa abrofo ne ba me na me cancel omo taking them through no my sisi wo Ghana ha omo pia said be omo hwe omo so ye in fact before so omo ba na ya brief omo said this and that happens within also this area they know all the areas
nti one can cry but to say udi see
exactly until we brief them on their outings and everything until amanone e be affect Ghana so obi ba ha onim say I mean na ye nyina ye nim no Nkrofo e ba Africa mo fi say malaria no nya du ha na achew nti omo bo mo war repellents ahoro mo fandura horo as we omo ya asa no maba nti we no e be a long way to as it were hurt the people of Abesim and Ghana na the hame any the torture asa awofo anase kuom yensan we e be kom maame ya yakum onwankasa ne ba akum ne ba anaso wakum ne brother obia will be appointing accusing fingers maame we na ne ba kum onwa ne ba papa inu so a ono so nadamfo papa we na ono so yekum ne ba it will be there for a very long time and this torture the mental torture alone for them can you imagine what our folk true oba no echo through at this time in fact Kasafidia so me very emotional I didn't even want to listen to the news me so because I am a picture me ba 1 year 15 years na ma bisa mo say it is me ba na nka yakokun yatwitwa no a chef fridge mu anka send ebe to me send nka me ho say ya hwe wi a saa awofo yi a saa no ma we ato mo obi kura betumi afamu lose their life.
What being so good? Psychological Society of Ghana be ko ni makasa.
Hwɛ de esi wo Sakre maybe ekum Mahama that military officer. The Boase. The canker and the stigma is still there. Nti ye pagana for chow. Omo amu pese munya sika at a go. Enti a wankasa wunua ni papa.
This one say we don't know yet the motive until yes.
Oh, you see, the motive, no, you cannot just be killing for killing's sake. There is a reason. Oh, baby, I can say, I just don't want to even hear it. I don't want to entertain it. Say, Najumu can. So Najumu can there. It is the reason that as I say, on also eliminating fears as so because Najumu can. That's a wood giant one. obey the same thing. Into at best, whether Najumu Kanu, Najumu Kanu, the right thing must be done. We should bring back those laws, sir. Oh yes, sir. And Yamrasim, as I say, also your John free with some. Those things should come back. And yes, sir, people will have the free will. So may you cry, yeah, Yamahi. Now, Kodema and Chebia near Jimmy, and I say, Biba near Jimmy.
Oh, but if it's manslaughter, say a murder, and also say ye be kumbi. Emrano, yes, and just that over the years, President Fonona, Omun for Munsan chassis, and I say a manslaughter and a life imprisonment.
You see, Auntie, coming so quiet to say, we are here who say, when one can admit so ABCD. Mujana Manetra, who president at one science idea, no more young brandy window. Also, a biba was a question. It's a yes, a judge, also you will be questioned because you will be confident. Some one can one if you are. You understand?
And also has its own debate anyway.
When I'm talking about the spiritual and biblical terms, anyway. But say when if you are passing your community, what didn't and yes, one person, Nkofo base and you know, and quite from us. Now, said yes, children, Ubia Hoda. I am advising, say, man who na a one if you hona or more come wasema. Or Mumbuno. Now, or more shame say, I be because you see,
already now, who daho, and a reporter said, your whole town said, your Mayano. It doesn't look like a regular man.
And Yamu Buno, now investigators in Kohoni, and you say, I be no a bibia, 1 year. Say yes, you go a third person. So na yinti sebi na kwa bi egum anase bibisa. Yen hwe ni nyina. Na sa particular assassin no yen declare no. I don't know how to put it, but
other people are staying there.
Yes.
But Alaska on a bro.
Yes, but that particular assassin na omote so sa dan yen dwiringu. Safie no yen dwiringu. Na say
obviously I was say omukoyi apaye o. Enya sa kra nkwala no sasan kra ebe ginagina.
Nti am say as you was somebody po. Nti Ghana for information provision mo hia. Yamma information. Ama police for into me nye omoduma say the be ya. Sa no ma we betumi abrebias.
Honorable Yami.
Yeah.
Me too was sorry who say me.
Me das say me nua organizer ne me hene titles are candy.
I want to fear powers.
Oh yeah, Canada.
I'm see me no.
And Bernard Mona na down the next year me na me nim says I want to fear powers.
Bernard.
From the same house.
I never knew.
I knew this when I was being installed.
Good to know.
Omo no mo kwa mo ajeje gon no.
E mo ache mienu no.
Yeah, o maka ne na mabɔ me tirim se meka but omu jai ba so I will not repeat ne omu aka no. The other one o man chimian catch on the information we give about nipa yeni omo eti and the rule of the security your communities. I mention as you free say so onam kwan so na okokuma ase a we share number of police kwan so but our main focus license and insurance but so we share MTT for no move our license no move our roadworthy or you're right to do that but when you meet the patrol team into a kwan so no and yeah MTT for kwan na bed okay but when you meet the patrol team they are supposed to check car no check the car boot to find out to say car no how they
contraband
bibia nim. But it looks like almost crying interest near more of the insurance and the especially when they see a DV car. So, Udi car a DV echi. Na police will anima one take care you crash in the car, or probably police in Ukraine over hitting because we're so interested in stopping that car rather than looking at cars near the HM. So no, they know I could change. Then they are concentrating on that side. That's exactly what they do in the communities. I'm saying the only time you see our police acting when there's an issue. To say I can say, as a mercy, yakum crofo. So police for ako, yakwachi papa no, yako rewra them ya say. But the other side of it, probably, say Crawford, no, say police for no, if they are doing omojuma to try to pick intelligence within maybe a omoye adwuma no a bi anka yetimi pick a signal about sa adie we and to have prevented it. So what tie stories e free ho ba say papa ohia obi kura wanchia no omuna sa watwe se kan woni papa
according to Daily Guide
se kan woni papa so apamono ne ade. Such a character needs to be investigated.
Hey, really? Police get up and investigate such
characters.
Yes,
because your more duty to ensure that there is peace in the community in which they are working. That is the point. So when you almost you don't do so. Where police force is not enough, when they are combating a crime. For instance, asemwasi mob pie police for no numbers no are not able to control them because it be anipa 100 pie. But when the police is doing an investigations about any yami wealth within the community, then ayani yami yenhuna dwuma bia omo ye, but yakotena se ne ton sama nkrofo anoma, they are able to buy it. We should be finding out when there is nothing showing, say, we never cheese.
Who will do that finding out? Yeah, it was society anymore. Now, say,
I am for now, I can't say, Papa, no, Chiancro for they could have hinted the police to do an investigation
say
about a particular person. Yes, in cry, so let's find out from the police in Korana and what investigations in a year. Akosi saying, are we having some lead be say Korana or Muyirano a point umutu and now say or Muyira Ukrum, no Muyira Ukrum, why ne pick it or Papa no and a cassette now being service and and yet, then you who's an arguing your time or change the car or name Papa Swan. And then I was here, Cassette, acquiring our junior day, and yet, and Intino, Yen Yahubi. Papa no change the kind why cause for arrest, I had a unimum raka cratch and Yanumbia. That alone, the action. It me my Yachinico police station.
Ghana near Becca say, Fisem.
That is our point. So that is our problem. And it's the police in Jina Quine, so a year and fat on say, Senka, a Jina Quine, so and any duty see a better so Yawahu or driver and I'll pay. You get to a checkpoint, and I'll do checkpoint and hope around check a license no more. Meanwhile, there's sometimes will be carry 20 idea go in the car boot or they call robbery. But say, I'm
robbery. Say, wow, your license, number your carry on. Today, DV minimum. It's some way the papa or for no concentrate to sometimes. Now, one you may be good, no more normal. Anything I make us a police in our communities, this time around, they should move beyond your report. They have what it takes to pick intelligence within the community. Now especially when like the experts, almost they say, modern policing, they call intelligence picking. That is the main issue. Okay. Until when we police are not picking intelligence, time I bet in same way. Near community party say 4 or 5 and yes, now when the community leaders and our people within the community are all of a sudden, when you are hinting on malam for your TV any idea. What kind of spiritualist for Anke? Maybe I know Munya name malam for conform. Yeah, malam for in the brand a year. Aha. Until almost a spiritualist. Yabema usika any idea, I don't know. Within the communities, obi nya adwuma bia all of a sudden when ya sika be all of a sudden will live a certain lifestyle. That person will have to be investigated behind the scenes. Try to want to find side boy and yes, I say when you bring no be modern moya yeah, but the point is when you are doing an investigation about Yamin, you don't confront him. Okay. So we should be able to pick intelligence within the community now.
under a jurisdiction, no? So that some of these things can be prevented. Say, and I see and conquer ne man who yumbu. Nipan so I we are talking about 4 or so. It means that and a one kumu in answer that. So when Nipan ira bako no, a DNA,
Okay.
so that is the angle to which I am coming from. It's good the IGP call, but we should be more proactive than reactive.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just
Now
ask,
we Pacho Kafra. One
Kafra.
Oh yeah, we can come
Oh,
in.
yeah. Okay.
Baby, ya me see from hono. I want to medical class also.
Okay.
The police must make the intelligence gathering attractive
Okay.
to the public. Because
Sabi
yempe
na badu do.
me go school English.
O dem Pacho. O ya de twi ne de o ya de.
Me mpesa me kan ni say. I was say police for no emma intelligence gathering no attractive. Not only
Emma why the intelligence
public.
information ne ba no.
Public for now. Timamufor no. And the police were national security operatives.
Kwame so na be fire attract.
They have their modus operandi, the way they operate. Kwame so was here more public, you know. Because the revolution in Bayern, 79, almost about 13 years, and Zara Roll is a bit more, it won't be. 77 national security operatives can be a taxi drivers. Who call Israel? A Jume BM, you walk and them singing out now. As a normal employee or you. But when him so gather information.
Ebe adwuma da se mbe mo kan
So that's it.
no kan.
And it was say national security operative, you know, and make it nyama attractive. We want to spend money. I was say skakom.
Okay.
Na nya say be ya meeting be bi na e bedi no nkonkonsa. Enya no na ye hwe no.
All right.
Information bia na e be so say so me so.
All right.
Na you say aso. Information e di bay e be boa adwuma na ye no ana.
Okay.
The to
And I before no betimi aboa wo sa kwan ni so. Fi say yesu so ayenyi no. Obi betina o man temu hu na later obe cry be ka say o papa no adwuma we bi na sisa no e bi na ni. They were okoba ba. But I'm saying ye nti o mon kan ti say those times.
You say na Oxford. Wasgrave or Coventry. Na branch be no timi je. No, he was a police operative.
Yeah, what kind of? Yeah.
Minim. And to be here, I was here careful. Near decentralized information said a month for a benyon, a conono, no information be war. Now they are coming. They are tossed with you. Yeah? And when you for say, so what on Yaria and I win your wardrobe.
Okay.
If you have challenges, if you have problem, war, just a war, how now want to me or be a Zuma. You may have war and your wardrobe. And the mestre, what will share ye? So who are how be more? And you been the hunkomo.
All right.
Obi an near fie, Obi a how shall call an aswa, not would the tune anymore, or bet me the aboa, and you'll be able to continue no more, or no crown best sass and no crown the amount.
Okay.
And never bois, and my sense some words union, as you actually am.
Thank
That's
you.
Make me to be bit to
Pacho you.
the honorable Kano, say, ne kwanswano no. But as I say, ye day a candy be, so a come. A brochure, sabi basi brafo. Omodi o my imagine say duma ombe ya no. Ye fa omo police service no. Just for intelligence gathering. Enti they snoop around as omo ya tete omo ne nkrofo call clubs ahoro. Na omo monitor sa nkrofo no. A omo back club omo ne ye sika omo be spend wo ho. Sabi ebi mukura na omo kofie. Na no de omo profession. Until they employ them on the side of the policing system, or more efficient out information. Police for ye come to say ye won crofo mo ye broni be can say freaky people. To say crofo mo hotel money j. They when they have their free time, their leisure time, they go out. Until such people can be commissioned. And so wo e ko bi to say school. Wouldn't class for no more or more so outgoing or can I say pimping, or extrovert and introvert. And when you identify these people, commission them in a certain way, I'll be compensated to them. Now, among all these clubs are Mea hotspots, no, Omunko, Omono money, not Omu monitor. And now, unfortunately, at National Security as a BNI, no, I quite to say, Siano, who more. a friend is saying celebrity ajuma. They just tout it out to anybody. Me more national security. Me ajuma or BNI, whatever it is.
NIB.
Or be any moment of late. Those days not entesa.
Yeah.
That is the area, and I said that is the point of pointer. Yeah, deviate. Man, woman, you know, be a basa. Who can't seem to be your crowd? Some police for no money or more criminals in the system. This year, see you sue a panon be honest to the citizenry, and as a monk as a more profession and a Ghana, you bring a lot of these criminals and smooth them out.
Thank you. Kojonya, Mr. Sister Yamache, my name is Kojonya me from Kwanse. The boy must be killed too. You can't kill humans like that. Berima will say to from Otum for the convener of Crossfire Ghana. Please, nobody in Ghana is surprised by the decision of the president to clear the Chief Justice. As usual, we knew he was going to be cleared just like all his appointees. Abladefi Kuma, Chief Justice, $5 million bribery allegation. I'm not surprised. President Akufo-Addo has made petition seeking CJ's removal because it was written on the wall before the investigation. Scratch my back and let me scratch yours too. Jeffrey Daniels, good morning, sister. Yeah. Please, I don't know why people are saying this murderer is psychopath. Checking how he tricks his victims, I think he's into selling of body parts. He kept it in the fridge to maintain it for his customers. In Shaba Anelka, Richard Jemfieke, fireman Diasem Abba. How could he kill 3 innocent children like fowls and stored in a dirty fridge? The 1992 Constitution must deal with the culprit as soon as possible. Nana Kwame Mensah to shake off on Trotro, so I just don't understand why JM can't just admit that he lost 2020 elections. They claimed victory before their supporters, but their aim of going to court is different. So you see why we always tag JM and NDC as incompetent. Kojo Botu Sechi, good morning to you, Auntie, and your panelists. Please, Honorable Yamin, that he is my mentor, and I've heard his next position in our great party, that it will come to pass, and I'll vote for him as much as I'm taking position for the vice chairmanship. Hussein Idrisu, we live in a country where small boys whose mouth still smells of breast milk like lives that must be lived by 50-year-old men, live in comfort, drives expensive cars without any meaningful or lucrative jobs, and authorities are not questioning them. The recent killings are the end result. Nanatu, come and talk, and we applaud you, sir, what you said. Saving upon, I like the way you talk. As a man, we have to claim from this earth. Okay, Kevin Nane Champo watching live from Nsroma. Mami, my congratulations to Honorable Frank Anodompre for winning Most Impactful Member of Parliament award. Lilian Akosia Bediako, why is it that this NPP government tends to annihilate every good thing their predecessors set down for our country? The rate at which our wealth as a country is being depleted by a small family in power is very alarming. Oh, cry, my beloved country. Collins Nana Komianya Miche, good morning, sister. Yeah. Please, can you ask NSS that when will the posting be released? They are awfully silent. The service starts on September 1, and we need to start preparing and look for accommodation. Not all students are in the public universities. National service, they want to know. Kwame Nasidi Tiafa Chinsia, Akufo-Addo's government had no tenacity to solve the problems facing this country. Honorable Joseph Yamin, thank you for your submission. Kwame Na Edmond Singh, thank you, sir. Death sentence be used as a practice for such prolific, gruesome murders. Those culprits will stop immediately. AU Farouk Tamale North, good morning. Bread bakers in Tamale are on strike over increase in flour prices. The country is totally sinking. President Nanado, hashtag fix the country. Okay, let me read the last one from Fred Hastrap. Sister, do you know that the banks are not accepting Ghana card, the new voters card, NHIS card, except SNIT card and passport? My daughter can't pay her school fees. Do students need to have SNIT card, and is it mandatory for every Ghanaian to have a passport when he is or she is not traveling? Thank you. I'm surprised. Bank Ben, no. because Ghana card is valid. Maybe I don't need data no yet, but I usually omoji voters ID card.
They take
maybe
the old
concern
voters
that no omoji.
Yeah, they take the old one.
Me bisa say new one, not there no money, but well, I don't know. I'll find out for you, okay? And answer my information, bank your chrono so that we can find out.
No, they don't take it. The new card. They said it has not been validated on their
So they don't take the new voters ID
and
card.
then the Ghana card.
And they don't take the Ghana card.
Yes, the old.
They take the old voters
ID.
ID. Now students who go to your fees, they send the student ID.
Exactly. Maybe beside our bank, why they don't take it? Both the new voters card.
And now why the BSR validation, you know?
Well, I think they have a platform, for all the banks to recognize it, and add any other institution, but it has not been completed.
I see.
My personal experience.
Okay. Me friend Dr. Bosman, sorry after this na manche. Pacha ni ebo ame na ye ni galam say hon komo daily graphic wo hon say the ensu na hono no. Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources say or catch foreigners say omo ye say nwa aso ye ba be ye bibi foforo Ghana afi e be hwa say no makwa kodu ye kwaye mu na say omo tu gala omo beti ye nka. Na sa na Ghana for nso omo tu small scale ye legal no. Omo nhwem na omo ntu. Na so omo yo madwen say omo enso koye gala ombeti yenka yentra footway
me that's ayima honorable Mrekuduka minim no bad mechiao okay em say yati yenka abre yati yenka abre ama na abro sokra na omusan yusu word bi say omo ba mu nya ana say omo sneaky in
yeah
omo sneaky in they come bare chested through our borders.
But maybe they will come in the name of something. Oh, you be here way, so then they'll be doing other things.
Ghana ni ene fan ba pay. Of course, na ye tugu amanfo adwum say China ni no nimba bia gold wo na say who told you? Omo nimba bia Ghana gold ni. Adan Ghana ye ni map. They know where all the mineral resources are. And I has to say the world is a global, America for and I say English for omu machines and I say airplane bimwa drones a failum to me survey scanner assassin. Ehum me you feeding din omo de massa drone. I to me scanner assassin. Nti natural resources e wo ha no. E ma ye ntra ha nya adwen say abrofo no mu nim. They know papa. But on the substantive issue, say nkrofo ma no mo ye illegal business. Ohima em start we e be ye din pass ye betumi asia no. Na se betumi asia no so dia.
Anti de ye nyina kwa.
Ba na galam say ye bom from Ewura Mahama Breso. E be see ne. What has been the achievement? Nothing. It's even getting worse. I sat here and said, say, the moment media ebe come one two more galam say kona na ye kun ye de second batch of the military echo, the moment media bet tuna num say that will be the end of the case, and even a more. And I him say all licenses I wo na ye de mining ne galam say sense as new administration by oputu a to everything to as it were so be shemukina wa hye no ma yi na ye hu said ye be ye no ama Ghana fa ntoma pefra na so omo yes adwuma no omo so betumi aye no kwan pa so en say ye nsuo ne ye nsase and so koba ne say omo yes anu ma we nyina ye it was alleged say ye de ma omo ankasa omo nkrofo but for that one I'm not concerned about it too much because omo nyina mo ye Ghana for but ye de ama ye ankasa ye Ghana for omo ankasa mo hono. These same people now yama almost alliances no. They went out of the perimeters. I saw mining. They went out of the green zone. Mining in areas nanka emphata say anka mo be mining. Ye nyina betra ha ebo His Excellency na Nadu Danko Akufo-Addo so say excavators now no should me say I supported it 100% in the sense that we had had a precedent. Ye sizi gu ho no at the end of the day some painful no omo wa abam no omo no mo fa kwati kwan so bi eton excavators ni nyina ana say omo san release ma yesa e de call kwai mu nti me bota na me gina so am dey support say yen hye excavators ne chan fan mu no say one say ye ka say yen hye wo mo na say ye besan agya besisi wo because nkrofo say yen farmer assemblies no mo mfanya adwuma the same human institution will go behind na omo akɔhu saa assembly si na ya bribe omo na omo sanje esande akɔ ewirom ho. We have found allegedly government officials they were engaged in illegal mining. Inti say if government officials have been found culpable in this particular area here try say you be fighting one. Now what temamuni keke no ede na oka. Ede na oka. Ministers here na omma MD natural land resources eso a omo 2 year for say sa normal enjai. At the time omo 2 year for no omo ankasa so omo ye sa de no. I can probably say minister be any ho our you didn't toss us one benefited from illegal mining. I can say that. So the
what is your
both
evidence?
From NDC Ohima I say otumfo or kasa na dia no kan. Also man can say me kan we na so ade na say me hwa ya ya te ha as 30% how much chimu be say
ministers nkwana ho na him for crass
ah
Namu hono.
Ili
na nya ministers nkwana.
Of course, into mbeboboy.
Okay.
What the original minister?
He did.
Eba ne ho kan say any abu say one cancer for.
Oh, enti me just say ahemfo eka ho asofo eka ho. To say the protocol obia wo bibia oye. Even though honorable Mekuduka wa be cancer asem he himself knows very well say ade we ebeye den say be fight because nkofo omo wo mu no omo de bia na omo ho den in terms of political clout any societal clout no eche ono honorable Mekuduka no kropo into only advice in the obema wo but as to whether we can implement to ensure say sadie we be jai no ebeye den papa
me da so na we I mean yes ah ye nyai ko na galamsey ni nkoso said you kind na je say ye ntimi ye ho hwe.
You see, when Yankasa was here preventing galamsey in a year, obey then at me are preventing. You see, galamsey is supposed to be for the locals. Time my friend an illegal mining, and yet so only paper. But when mine with a small scale mining, you can say we use heavy duty equipment. The any time a baby will be a small scale mining concession, so now all use excavator. I just say you are doing illegal mining. So mining 100 meters close to a river body. Paper said then is termed as illegal mining. So who use chemicals at the running small scale mining, it is termed as illegal mining. Tisa and Yoma way and contributed to the friend galamsey. And a idea a open will be what is going on. Assassin a hemfo no de man. Say you move excavators na dia akoswa enko in a ghost form. Yehu ewura kuro no ma yehu ewura bush wa yehu. Bien e fa ho. We are unable to do it. Okay. Because makase galamsey fight no associating the fight against narcotic drugs. Serious 100 pen. The chain also chain wasn't narcotics. So a difficult obia wumbi and ube kwa duru suru hono mono. You see that you cannot fight it. Only when you bet me amend the laws no. Today we have a small scale mining regulation and our law. And they were large scale. The large scale no here for foreigners, they can do it. Investors, small scale here for locals, they are supposed to use pickers why to do it. Under normal circumstances, in small scale here, the mawa, you are supposed to feed on it for about 25 years and send away to me every baby concession. Yeah. But this time here, the 1 day, 2 days, it me here who because of the excavation, no, and so there's a proposal for a medium scale regulation, so that locals and foreigners can partner and be able to do it near to regulating. Near her said a bit me and young for so be the other where we have agreed, say even though you can see a day excavator yet small scale mining. Now and I to say a norm to do it with a excavator. Ghana no only sika or the excavator.
Okay.
And so he or she will look for their friend investor. And the investor is the people we are talking about, the Chinese, even though Chinese is foreign a door so. There are other nationals. Go me a deputy minister.
Yeah.
Me repatriate 14. America for women 3.
Oh, really?
China for women 7.
Ono crowd bobo Ivorians, Togolese, Malians, and
Sanchez. It's China for one.
Yeah.
But the point is that a Ghana for no cover or modi on day, Eddie or Moba.
Okay.
Me was
we see your money no who good them.
Omo
Ghana for the shada kofa omoba.
Omo in shada nkonko fa omo. But the people have the resources. Ghana ni no. We here to mine.
It is an omo communicating
no,
omo my
social
and I say be omo bedru hansa na wakwa akwa catch and say Ochale Brana.
Some of them omo agents ni ade we den ewa. China for no so you see Ghanaians approaching and the Ghana ni bia hu nipa foreigner bia no a propose mining business no
to his head
to know already within a short space of time we bet me and that is what it goes on. The deputy minister, the Chinese ambassador, and I knew you said she was not happy or by that was the time and I repatriated 9 of them or more. I come back to Mukuru because of illegal mining. Now me can be clear and say I don't know Chinese if you know they are not farming our land. More machines no. Why are they always concentrating on mining, destroying the land? When China for yekope guidam musika wo they ask of our cocoa. It is the cocoa no na see awa. And now mama is kadi guidam. They have what it takes to farm cocoa. Because you are available land which they don't have.
And Nsroma omanya make improvise way omukromu
cocoa. Because they have the machines.
And in competing about
then we agree that that cocoa no will be sold to the Chinese. Going onto omo market, not any others. And then omudi banchisin will be
into muka na deputy ambassador na candidate.
Ambassador na kasa. I mean, we say anyone and share anye fair because they also need the quick money, not the long-term money, no. Because Sikana or Moncro for the mining wahano, they source it from them. There's a particular bank who has access to these loans and quickly bring it down. And also pay a very good returns. And the point here is that when we are PMC na tokuku gold, the Indians are also deeply involved in this issue. But I come more of the Chinese. The Indians are more into this. Almost credit because among mine, but so Abino is not getting the revenue and Kawas Onya out of the gold process because
now say reports be by say gold they file correct procedure for PMC will call Amanoni Dubai your cotton you know e will form cry change the illegal route
because amount for and that is where the quick money issues here my point is how they manage to get these things out without
okay so me tie dia honorable Emrem na ne enye say ni tuo no nko agala no nko na e problem there is a value chain enti e was say ye share sa value chain na say ye be breaking that cartel
where am I say mami membo menuanu abaso wo de sema no mark kanu many wo ya adwene no nyina say the value chain nyina wo say yetumi e breaki fitinity ni finfin ebedu na see ho no e say twede nyina e free ho The first time I who Galamsey was 1989. Na because yes, sixth form national service. Ewo. A crisis be a flow ammonia. Oh, I win. So that time na I win Suyamai district. Na me do takwa fiancé man secondary school. Ewo kwano hono. Na muzo mu gum amune pickaxe. No mu tutu. And na me bisa na me titatem. Na me bisa a friend say one of the passengers he say and you could see them down war forest kakra da me war na see there be Galamsey no ye no omututu. That was 1989.
No the pickers one.
The pickers.
Okay.
No mututu no mu yi no mu ye there was omo ye bia ewo ho na yawo kasa no okanyema menu bia ena mi ze ya me nsu boss so se ba ko ye ministers amu benefit from Galamsey, and you ask them a question whether there's proof as to ministers or come and say when you are be a chere say only benefit e wo Galamsey no na e me na you nearby no and sheda ACP ye be sere
But omo kan so say nye ministers say wo hosisi a won say o kan NDC right?
Yes.
Say
NDC o e be do the voice say ye nyina so na sebio ya yetiti he no be to the boy. How will you feel?
Yeah.
How we don't have basis evidence grounded say ampa ya asani any yami ni kwatei ye Galamsey a wonim say na say go be ko the boy Jombo do say you say Galamsey or actually the amasi the for say yenkum
and evidence wo ho
so that's here
really Kafrao evidence no way
na say e wo ha na ye ebeto odwa say ye wura Frimpong Boateng wa ye ABCD wono ankasa ne party for meeting no mo ye ne no ma no mo nyina ye nyina ye ne tua ye nyina so
that was an allegation
nyamboche o me buka bibia allegation especially when it comes to the top hierarchy allegation and we never get to the end of it.
Thank you honorable to say
ye say you were law student or tena jomu or directly
you are right
na if me allegation they say accept of word dia obi nenum kasa keke waka wo ni nyina so na wo de yi asem a eyi asem a wo komre ni mu a ye mfa nya asem enti mesre de to so biom oyima eye Galamsey fight na nkasa ye mu bi ya ka bebre ya twatwa adwin ni ade say kuna in the last 2 weeks about akra no and say I think Chief Vine was a wine and the car say I think one of the headlines about Galamsey and the car say soldier for no I even made that statement say was he able to draw soldier for no completely from these mining sites.
Yeah, we're talking
we need to keep them. Was he jaw because on the paper come on shishi champagnes no money excavators no omuko no almost will be back. And I make can say just like peacekeeping yenja soldier for no e wo pomo
but for how long
what is here because just you did it
okay
omuko we no what was the regional administration regional coordinating security council what were they doing
but on we you mo fi ho aba
yeah last week it was that omo fi ho aba operation
so when you say
any seniors no oja omo e wo ho regional coordinating council apart from president Emma any instructions say yomunko enko pamone yenye ne wose omo yeyi osan for all regional ministers and the emphasis particularly was in these mining areas ne nyina no regional security councils in prahi and amoko form wo wie so a your DISEC MUSEC any MEDSEC
yeah
district security committee municipal security committee any metro security committee and the chairman are the chief executives and then no yo I info no so yeah friend say yeah tutu amna any nyam won so what were their responsibilities and when say obi ye adoye no for phone no friend and for be media no and no say social media and they say here before ye be hu dia e koso and ye besre yaw nya gidie say Galamsey fight no ye betum dia ko e dia tias
oh media
na wo sha ye betum
we can yes I have full belief say ye betum ku dia tia. You need her any national women organizer. Yes, she in imagine about 2-3. National organizer, yes, she machine.
So what judgment the year man?
Who does it?
Was secure judgment that?
I think
Was
so.
it on count?
Oh,
on count. I don't know for
but there's judgment that regarding
judgment. I'm feeling saying.
Attorney
General, yeah, Pete, no more apply for court for judgment. Then Attorney General, I could appeal on that. You have reversed that decision.
But to appeal on the decision about.
One winning case. No, Attorney General winning case.
Against Kate.
Judgment debt.
The mining firm.
Yes, judgment debt. No, we're winning against you. And the American say back to the port.
That's good.
Champagne no, in fact, we never.
Of course.
If you port one never. A bedu port wa. Your national security for, your customs for, and your port authorities for. Who champagne? It is stated in the document manifesto. Say where champagne. They should state seize it.
But it's not only for mining.
Champagne.
What else?
What is it meant for?
No.
And I to say excavator. No, to me,
I'm not talking about excavators.
Let's just ban champagne.
Hold on. Champagne, no.
Champagne,
Apart from somebody illegal, na small scale, somebody who na they be no more.
I am more of like generator sort of something.
Really?
I think.
But I say I know hands.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
improvising.
Yeah.
So
and what about it is?
And you'll be at the answer no.
We share papers no more.
Okay.
You can't daily graphic no more. Champagne this is so.
And the ocean anymore.
Yes, support us omushishin. Yes, support to pa.
Said omushi excavators.
Omushishin no pa.
Na mushi enjai. And mushi excavators say kabana
because we share the destruction of forest no. Any suo no, any quiet no. Now we share the value of excavator. They were not serious.
But say
Nana, your friend is say here. A com, I want children abroad. I say the Oman would donate and one dream.
No, but the point is that
selfishness.
About the handling of it, no form.
Oh, what I don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. You raise your hand in despair.
They have asked them to go back.
Under your mama, you raise your hand.
One at a time.
Government way. After what she excavators, and the amount for car just last week or two had given orders that they should go back to the mining
to
site.
Which people? Maybe you're specific because remember it's a small scale for and then community mining for.
Oh, community mining. The community mining is not different from the small scale mining.
All
right. But one can't guarantee for them.
Ebi na okase see as o ma redraw the patrol.
Yes, last week.
They redraw my so munye den. When we redraw, now when we redraw
operation, and every operation has an end.
No, when you operation,
say they have been successful.
When you say,
when you hand it over to the local security.
When you talk of operation, soldier for Omoko Lebanon, they go on operation until we terminate an agreement. Say you go peacekeeping in Lebanon, they all call in a time so as somebody changes over where you are redrawn.
Okay, say mechanical has say you are to say peacekeeping. Ankrofo will be stationed and be given special dispensation in terms of Sky Triama peacekeepers, no, or more press or meko. And can ye way, sir? Ankrofo probably press or monko protect your forest, no. Say you also.
It is 5 years, cry no more.
Yes, no more.
Nice or Marco peacekeeping.
Yes,
kind of.
So you also remember very well back now.
And a chief who can't say, or monsoon no more, nipa no more.
No,
if they go and they also find it attractive.
Exactly what I was.
Into
they rotate.
I remember chief.
They rotate. You more feel something. So you also there was a chieftaincy dispute way back. I was then there. So you for for many years. Development grandma. So you also want to know what you could see them physically. Emma Kopim say, Sir himself, and how much more your forest need you my yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, me. Person the politics every discussion. Kasa banya way on yeshi na dia. But I want to remind him. Oma Breso and His Excellency John Mahama. Inusa Fuseni was the Minister for Lands and Forestry. Omo tiko tax was here. Omo Johnny Jejumano. He raised his hand in despair. Jejumano to be no.
Oh.
They ran. You couldn't handle it. Now when you could do for Akufado, any ministers, any soldier, and then we are seeing evidence say you can edit here nyama we. Last 2 weeks there was a social media video. Meninja ya mu ya. Abrante bi ginan cobra nso no so wo ra elembelea. Anso ne ni atie. All praising with that.
But who here they are?
Unfortunately,
no, but
not you
yeah.
And Chebia, and the following week, and away by it. Which let's say, na ye nyanti eze enkofo anajo
of course.
And what let's say, and was every dress on your phone. So when you mudi can call and I go dim they withdraw them, then the new
yes,
I doing very well.
Thank you.
I doing very well.
Let's just take the last topic because your time no crash on, but let's see 9:45. I'm said the IE the prince. Menya ponten no. Honorable Yami.
Yeah.
Asepa any or more petition or mode call any response ya president Ediama.
Well, I'm interested in Daily Guide reportage on. I think it's a Daily Guide in Kwana, but
he has it.
But me can't be begin to everywhere. I say.
So it's a headline bang.
Chiraj rejects 5 million.
Okay, page 3. All right.
CG.
Let's go.
The second first two paragraphs. No, for the second paragraph, no,
the
group with virtually no known membership, but has one Thompson as its executive director has petitioned. The kind we say, Mr. Kakran say, why delegate one for his one. The point is, there is a petition against the Chief Justice. Say, we enye obia na aboni trim no work out. There is a lawyer who knows the consequences of any actions. And I was stated categorically, say the client a catcher and say Chief Justice. As the case in infringing some from mad lawyer for fraud. And would demand a year security. Now, the Chief Justice has instructed the CID say omo investigate a year case, which means that the Chief Justice wants the truth to come out. And so for the presidency to write and tell us to say it doesn't merit investigations there. I am trying as much as possible to understand what the president means by there's no prima facie case in this. Because the president is directly contradicting or opposing the Chief Justice stance. Obi ani ho no mo a Chief Justice before or yes you know. Na Ghana Legal Council, my friends say General Legal Council. No more handle case no. It's before them, the disciplinary committee. Mo dey issue kra ba say Chief Justice no I mean judicial service for crab about say Chief Justice on corrupt or no whatever. There's a disciplinary action be taken. But the Chief Justice went further to tell the CID to investigate. No one no crane made and Mambeto Abontin. Couldn't the president have done same by also setting up a committee to look into it and bring their report?
Sanko betimia ya anko say evidence utie president krata na omo de babontin na edoso kakra batene tofa boni say ye hwa ade ne animu na na asio anani yani no asempo bi wom nti yendo so mu na fe yen hwa then enka afi obeka say okay yen fitin hwehwemu na say ade na o hwemu no obi na akoka first of all asepa omo nye peti omo allegation no enye omo na form ho aha ena etoso biemu nso she say ohin lawyer free for hin no kan asem che General Legal Council kan no wa mo Chief Justice tin wo lawyer free for mom na eyi na no na no ye no obo Chief Justice din ewo ena ono so so o say enye se mate wo masuma na mehu na ohini ena o ka kire me say Into waste into say fourth hearsay. It's then yes I yet wa obia sorry reba asanita no say I don't know madam for lawyer and answer me flag where I catch me say Chief Justice I say yes any Chief Justice sorry na corner yen hwehwemu ana say yes I say bema e be floodgate into be sorry no the allegations.
So what is wrong with say be floodgate? So from the presidency,
how will people
from
have
the
free mind to
from
work?
the presidency there, it means that Chief Justice should withdraw the case at the CID. In fact, so be any so.
How?
Because the president has cleared him. Yeah, cleared it's a fault to be any anyone. It's a fault to be any no dia CID investigations no more they kwako yet again. Is the CID also supposed to come because and
you see,
today
there's a criminal aspect to this. So
there is
a bribery and corruption, a criminal.
Of course, that is
matter.
why the president.
It's your clear no one is a criminal issue.
So the presidency, the CID, no investigation no more dey ban. You think that it can be different from what the president has done? What the Council of State have done? What Chiraj Aye? Do you think that the CID can come? The Chiraj, and no question is I am Chiraj and the CID there because
they didn't even do it.
Per the law, no, the petitioner, yes, of course, what they are called presidency, you know, they are about Chiraj. So Chiraj doesn't have any right to say I call presidency, you know, and that is what is happening now. The law requires that the petitioner can decide which of the two. Okay, you need 90 mean yet at the end of boom. So choose one. But Chiraj is saying so they are called presidency in India. Mean to me, yeah,
say it was at the time that no presidency and then we name sometimes I say okay, so now that presidency didn't responsible no. I'm back to Chiraj say okay now.
Also, I'm more call for judicial review. But Adekye Chiraj that option than to say to me what is really the issue around this? Hey, Chief Justice no is so powerful, sir. Yeah?
Thank you.
Chief Justice no is so powerful, sir. I say 5 million bribery allegation against him. President Bessa clear it said they were clearing ministers and Grove. The clearing agent issue, no, I say ministers and it goes beyond that.
Thank you. Jata no meeting.
Oh, you want to say? I'm say doctor na you better no.
Yeah. The doctor for today. Maybe if you know. Dr. Hagen. Yes. Richard Hagen. Thank you.
The last statement where say una obisa ne kosa. And also Ghana ehia aphrodisiac.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
Actually, I bet to us over baby son.
Also Ghana here aphrodisiac, and I.
Na make us say Ghana your bar. Oh, say Ghana the own here no can so here. Okay, because Ghana your bar. Menopause achim. Only 60 bros.
Also I can Ghana here aphrodisiac. It is very true. Me can be being so a while ago say everything about the top hierarchy is just allegation. Now allegations and so it to me prove positive. Obi allege as NBC no obi allege you will never get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
This particular issue about Tujuano, we should understand that the law is no respecter of any person in this country, including the Chief Justice and His Excellency the President. An opinion interview about one lawyer, I think Gary Nimako also. Nsroma na okan.
Gary Nimako mafo.
Yes.
All right.
Nsroma na okan. For me, as much as Senami who said he was speaking from the law, and send me a comment be more or make on your sister radio station, Need FM. If that is not the name, then I stand to be corrected and apologies to him. But that is the name I think I heard. Now, he was eventually or virtually issuing a threat to ASEPA. Say, we need allegation. You have dwelt on hearsay. And what they call your friend is saying, court. Of course, and same pinu or hearsay ne yebeti asene dia akudu baby. You better be
call court.
Yes, what ne call court.
Or the why ne call.
And your friend is saying, no, you or petition president say or more yeah. In same hearsay na ye nyina yebeti ansa na ye de akudu baby am investigation so you are carrying it out. Into I think say the ASEPA ye no. It's in the right direction. But baby, me feel say, ASEPA head is the fact to say, nipa no allegation no against him say ono na oma bribe no oba out clearly be can say ono de oma hwe. It would have been important say Asepa would approach that ohene no na onene ntana se na onkyere ne mu yes ohene am passe bribe ya ye ka say ya je 5 million no ya one tuya bibia sa na say sa lawyer no kra na chief justice no hu ne da so onene ko trance and na oma ohene no or ye consent more or less the main character in the assembly and Kebia they will rescind their decision in going to petition the president. But now or can say Asepa, that is a lawyer no or say Asepa say obeko court on this particular issue. Na court na okon onim say or person ogu o muhu fi na wo send na Asema back court na. I mean, what is that? Say you
it is a court in can
eventually what state say because of the aya person good judiciary no fit so na Asema home be bogo. That is what he meant.
Oh really?
Okasa ko see a point akwasi bisa ne say na said the open because o state say Asepa NDC institution, right? I don't kwasi bisa say any say na said the uka say also say the be okasa we and also yes me MPP ni. You understand?
Alright.
Enti say assembly to dwa na yenya the politics be shebo pe. We should understand that would be the end of the issue. But of course, Asepa see a bit to me neutrality. It is when LPG comes to power or different of course I'm serious. And I say be a different government comes to power.
Thank
and
you.
say be a bit to me neutrality as whether say will belong to one party or the other. But in this country, all the think tank groups that have come up, most of them will be at Waba.
Not all of them, some of them. A bit more why you know clearly so we
exactly.
or you're pro this party.
Most of them.
But a bit more so
clearly independent. I'm saying most of them are affiliated one way or the other to a party or something else. Maybe even to LPG, you never know. In Tiame said the threat to institutions like Asepa and other groupings by the judiciary, no, because they themselves are not. I mean,
it is not the judiciary that did the threat. He's a lawyer, so
yeah, and
he's of the bar, not the bench.
Exactly, but he's speaking for the judiciary.
No, he's a lawyer. He doesn't speak for the judiciary.
No.
It's all Nagin. I'm not holding before him, but I think that so you're a lawyer. I mean, they are all in the judicial system, but he belongs to the bar, and
he was
judges see a bench.
He was speaking from my assessment. He was speaking from the point of view of as a lawyer.
Sure.
Yes.
But he was issuing more or less a threat. Now, person good judiciary.
Fine, we know, yeah, but okay, say he was speaking for the judiciary. You are not say no, he's not a member of the judiciary.
Anyway, you are a lawyer, so I'm thankful that you've corrected.
Yeah.
It is an investigation. You say, "Come here, Yanke." Be said, "When I fear by move."
Before I answer your question,
yes.
My young call Article 128 clause 4 of the Constitution, and let me quote:
120.
A person shall not be qualified for appointment as a justice of the Supreme Court unless he is of high moral character, proven integrity, and is of not less than 15 years standing as a lawyer. Quote and unquote. Sister, who go be in Wufi and was so seriously, we are talking about the fourth person, the fourth prominent person of our land. From the president, the vice, the speaker of parliament, and the chief justice. Na so be sorry keke. The ohun ye, the awatiti ye, na wasori na okukuru, na the abeswa. So you say we are corrupt, and because of that, no, yanko infonko go kata, yanko say what say diom. We need to be very careful. Obia soria without any grounds, only evidence bia soria no kasakeke. Yo baby, anina me kasasa. I was privileged to be part of the appointing committee that vetted this current chief justice. Obeni obi client any lawyer. Edi womun komo omuti omu baby onu nana no osi papa no kra onimi no And none so mukota, or so oti bench. Or nimino, or nini lawyer discussing bia, and lawyer fee Francis so, ako kandia wake. The General Legal Council, ebuno for, system is a mebua catcher was your phone.
Omodia seminary.
Omodia, General Legal Council, a catcher is there, while misconducting as a lawyer.
Yes, yes.
As a professional lawyer and a disgrace to the law profession. Now, Asemba, would Asemba Baku, Edia Kosua, two institutions, Office of the President and that of Shraj. Now, then, Shraj Yeka, or 2, Section 13(1) of the Shraj Act, 456 of 1983. And I say, Act stipulates that the Commission may refuse to conduct investigation into a matter where in the course of the investigation of any complaint, it appears to the Commission, A, that under the law or existing administrative practice, there is an adequate remedy for the complaint, whether or not the complaint has availed it himself of it.
The
that
complainant.
So that's here. And would you asema breye? Why would the Biako presidency? Which one do you want him to handle? Now, presidency is also under the constitution. You are triggering the impeachment of the Chief Justice. But Ansana President, he must refer it to a forum and or demand the Council of State to establish a prima facie basis. And the basis is there. You got transi or beer bar. This is a beer bar petition. Beer bar petition.
How?
Yes! Beer bar petition, ya numunsa, yedi ya unkomo mini, mako sankana, mako shami buseni, me bada, yami. I was sankana yeti pito, I say, yenum pito, yabo ya unkomo. This is exactly what Asepa has done.
Why?
Yes! Because
why?
you are not the author of the, of the case.
Okay.
Grounds ben and so to allege say Chief Justice Yaman bribe.
Enti pacho senka oje dom ana say lawyer kwesi afifa eno the petition ko to mampeni ni manka ni omo.
Then there's basis. Because the conversation between me and Yami, between oje dom and lawyer afifa, but not a third party or fourth party sitting under a beer bar or pito bar drinking pito. What I say?
Because Chief Nankasa Beka said,
I said, "Don't come in, man. Because you know, be sabi no, in na be yina no." And the Asepa no, pito bar conversation petition watch on. What is this? Why do you want to injure innocent people when you don't have grounds? When you have basis, you want to disgrace people?
But have you thought of perception so ebeko so uncomfortability supposing say okay yes you see be a petition and answer pito ba you asem na mfa ne ho na nso mamba wa fa odiko okay said e be ye no owura ni mponi hu be sign no ye nhwe na ye nhwe say anye bia no kre bi wo mu a
the police CID is another powerful platform that can investigate this matter. Say I almost the Omokan president say it hasn't got grounds, you know. They can go back to the Shraj and the Shraj can continue with it.
They said they'll go
but
back
I can
to
tell
the
you
Shraj.
this will not end anywhere because they want to disgrace the man.
Of course.
This is a pito beer bar.
And you would say it will not end anywhere until
But what I'm saying is that because if you Mr. Wo, you are a law student. I'm aspiring to be one day. But where you don't have evidence, you have no grounds. Who could generally say mini or TA, medicia TA, say sebi, why you be warning? You think it can hold?
But the lawyer no wakase still
what is this?
Another kind no enye no cry.
Why?
Lawyer no they are some bar bontin 5 million bribery.
He couldn't even prove.
Lawyer no for he still stands by his words.
He couldn't even prove the General Legal Council.
He still stands by his words. So
it
is the words
lawyer no for petition nko. And no evidence because
the lawyer has petitioned the Ghana General Legal Council. An individual
no petition the
lawyer now respond to abodi then
yes
no thinking that sa case the dina wa bono you be investigations baby and we'll get to the real issue.
Okay,
then there is an individual of the state and what taking matter up said this issue needs to be investigated. The Chief Justice himself also believed that it should be investigated, but to another forum. The Chief Justice now assembly was free the GLC e dey akọ charge akọ CID and abrantia no so dey akọ charge say the president the charge is to investigate the allegation. Presidency is to impeach the Chief Justice. Because
for what?
For bribery allegation against him.
Is it not allegation? Is it not allegation by?
Is it not the same allegation here? They call Charlotte Osaima Edi no.
They establish a prima facie.
Of course. So why is the president not establishing?
He has established that was the Council of State.
So that is the Council of State report. Theo, where is the thing is heading to? Let us not confuse it.
That is a Council of State.
The charge is to investigate the financial
Asemna
Kasa. If indeed Ohine no kura no oba abontin say enye no kure no, if Ohine no is not influenced in any way to come out, it is possible. So it is only
the same thing or the call president.
The president wanted to establish a prima facie case to impeach the Chief Justice.
Prima facie ne bi ni.
Okay, so but Charlotte said the name be wom. Na Charlotte said the name ya
third or fourth.
Charlotte said the no. Yanfre committee yanfre ama na appear before the committee me ba minua. One friend. The presidency looked at the case and said there is a prima facie case. And that a committee
because the people that took the case were within the service of EC. This one, I'll say, funny.
When the people themselves didn't even sign the document in the first place.
Look,
that's yet we signed the Mahomo signed the bar.
Only a vessel.
You signed the Mahomo sign. The document in the first place. Now you're faulty, which the president could have thrown away. But because the president was interested in getting Charlotte say out into your free petitioners by even though they were unknown. Yet me who say correct no. And the buyer me can say there was a prima facie case and so a committee should look into it. Charlotte says step aside. What is so different from the Chief Justice?
Thank you. Now last one.
The reason why in my layman's view no, as a part the case no, kodu baby and say so we just oppose a particular issue to that of the Ford saga. No,
Ford. Why the Ford? Because on the total, Charlotte said. Okay, you want to go Ford.
Exactly.
Which also went to Shraj.
Yes, and Shraj, you know, part B and a petition Shraj, but an independent journalist, moved out of the country and investigated the matter further to see the contractor himself, and the contractor, as it were, accepted or admitted, say it is true that I gave this car out. But this particular issue, nipa na ye claim so no normal bribe no. What's it when you hear? Into what the cost of from so when you hear? This is the situation we face now.
Thank you, Honorable.
Obaya.
Eja.
The person me brother, enyanti say. Nobody is against Charlotte Osei. Petitioners in Omobaye no, they work at the letter commission. They are known people. And Omoyo petition Omobaye. And the president took the petition and referred to the Chief Justice to establish a prima facie against petitioner Yediabano.
But at the time they took the petition, they were not known.
You know, by event I would knew them.
Okay, so no
Number two, Asepa Uncle Tunubu Sikakra seek leave advice before embarking on this journey and Kebebuano. Meaning was seeking legal advice. Wait, a brand here youthful exuberance. Or person ye bibi, na you say or ye bibi.
And you one person, I don't know more reducing it
one man show. This is a Pitoba petition.
Really?
What I say? If he had sought a proper legal counsel.
Prince, full name of Africa Center for something. It's a CSO, I should think so. Yes. And why would you reduce a whole CSO to just the executive director?
Yes, Obaya. And I can say, if indeed or to no was here to seek a legal advice. If indeed the CSO no. Now, Mr. Look, if you had sought the legal, because this is not a small case, so we go brain massy. Nipa no at the end of the day can take you on.
Thank you.
Because we good with
made us.
What did I make no? And the say would the accord presidency and then we establish a forum through advisors Moshe to establish a prima facie case against the Chief Justice. But even the woman and on the yaba and I'm if you are no doing the bidding of somebody. I don't know how to describe this thing. It is totally unacceptable.
Now you
we should be
think that
careful.
yes, so capacity so more beg
Wow,
somebody be no more any bidding.
Sisi, Nyame can say we should be careful the way we attack the judiciary.
Somebody be no more any bidding.
Very, very careful, because that is the only place that we can have a friend saying proper arbitration on a matter between parties.
Who is who's bidding?
Oh yeah, we don't buy bidding. Oh
yeah, how am bidding? Hey, you see, I will be bidding.
Oh yeah, you.
That's okay. I mean, okay.
Yeah, me family.
The party.
On any man.
Presidency, so yeah, Chief Justice bidding.
I see. Honorable Daniel Kwate, former MP Tema East, former Deputy Minister for Transport. Yawa Sanitano National Organizer LPG. Josephia Main, Honorable Josephia Main, former Ashanti Regional Secretary NDC, former Deputy Regional Minister Ashanti Region, and former Deputy Minister Youth and Sports. Eranom anopeye da mwase papa. Abedwafo monso ye da mwase se anopeye mone ye atena efi no nsia bremu a Adekye Nsroma ba ye bepem sabre ye sorry so na ye di dwumadi aka hodo nyina to aso amamo monko so anam fidie no and UTV if you say it's all about you. Rabbi Hildegard ene wa woda wabusuafo nyina ma happy birthday. Pacho medi ede yakrama.